Good afternoon. In this very unusual time, I hope everyone is staying safe and well. I'm going to through this video today just explain what is happening in terms of course completion, and I will review the ePortfolio guidelines that we would have gone over in the computer lab on Saturday. So, as most of you have seen, this is not normal times. Fortunately for you, this course was already a virtual, mostly virtual online offering, so very little is going to change. I have and will set up a few um, videos such as this to explain things that would have been explained in class. As for your assignment that you submitted, most of you have submitted it. I'm still waiting for a few outstanding, so get those to me as soon as you can this week, please. What I'm noting in the few that I have marked, and I will mark the remainder by next week, is that the ePortfolio reflections are pretty good, but I will highlight what needs to be addressed when I go through the assignment. So I want you to review the ePortfolio assignment in full, knowing exactly what is expected of you for this assignment. It is not due until exam week. I've changed the date till April 22nd at 10 p.m. And if you go to the portfolio expectations here and download that, you'll be able to see what is required of you for this particular course. You will be submitting this assignment or resubmitting it with some edits next semester in your seminar class. It's FLDP 1038, which is your field seminar course that runs in May and June. So there are four things that you are going to do. You're going to complete an introduction, which you could be doing now. It's basically similar to a cover letter. I will be opening up a submission box for you to place your cover letter or a reflection if you want me to give you feedback. You need to have your education and training page. There are three things that go in there. Then you have your 8 pages, which are outcomes that are related to the program. And this is where your artifacts and reflections are going to go. And then there's a professional resource page, which you will add some websites or articles. I'm looking for a minimum of 2 of those items in each of those areas, the working section as well as the professional resources. So if you go to the next page, which is page 3, you'll see some tips in writing your introduction. So you can work on that. Then you've got your education and training section. We're looking for your philosophy that you would have done with Teresa in Ed Perspectives. You should also have a current resume, and you should include your transcripts. Most people download those and take a snapshot and upload them into their ePortfolio. These are your professional working pages, starting with child development down to professional learning. Those are the 8 pages that you are going to be required to add artifacts to and to write a reflection. These are vocational, taken from your vocational outcomes from 2012, and hopefully that helps you understand where that comes from. Here's how you write a reflection. So this is what I'm paying attention to in your environment assignment. You have to identify what outcome you are writing it for. Most of you are choosing observation methods. Then you are writing observation assignment or observation quality checklist, or you might call it the Association for Early Childhood International tool versus how does learning happen, whatever you want to call it. And you need to put the date of March 2020 or 2020 and the course that it's from. And then you are writing a reflection. The reflection should state that the nature and the purpose of the assignment, why you put it there and how it ties. So for example, you should be using words and such as anecdotal notes, quality checklist, if you're putting it under observation methods, because that explicitly tells the reader that you have skills in observation methods, and that's the whole point of a reflection. Okay, we are not using the word assignment to name that piece of work that you're putting in that page. It's now called an artifact because it's your best work. So be sure to not do that. So I'm also going to go back into the course, and I'm going to pull up the ePortfolio tab just to give you a few reminders of things that you need to be doing. Anytime you want to edit the ePortfolio, you're going to this drop-down menu. You are going to edit it. If you want to share it, you can click on here if you want to send it to someone to have a look at it, and you will see a URL. You can share that URL as long as you make it visible. The only people who are going to see it is the people that you've given that URL to. So again, if you want to edit anything, you're going into the edit button and it takes you to your dashboard. You're going into your content layout, and here's where you're seeing all your pages, your introduction, and then starting at child development down to research and professional learning. Those are your outcome pages, and that's where you're putting your artifacts. So if I go under observation methods, you can see that I have my reflection and I have documents underneath. And again, if you want to view this, you have access to this. It's part of the PowerPoint under the content that we did this. So if you look under observation methods, you'll see what a reflection will look like, including dates, courses, and a reflection. Remember, if it's something that you've done in your work life or you did a professional learning, you see here I've got community-led professional learning as the course rather than a course, and then this is what it's going to look like. Your documents are going to be underneath. So what I want you to do is really feel comfortable with the dashboard, keeping in mind that if you're still feeling unsure about how to manipulate the dashboard, I do have the video instructions of creating it under the assignments. Okay, so make sure that you go there. I can't think of anything else that you might need to be doing. Make sure that you go to the assignment handout and review it. It's pretty clear. I've cleared up any questions I believe that you might have had around the ePortfolio. So we were going to spend some time in the computer lab on Saturday going through a lot of this. So hopefully by me sharing this email and going over this again, this will be helpful. I will be having some virtual classroom time, obviously before your final paper and before this assignment is due. I will post another video to explain the final paper. I'm trying to keep things separate, so this is mostly reviewing your ePortfolio. Hope it's been helpful. Let me know, and stay safe and well. Until next time.